long look around him at his room. The room that would soon not be his anymore. Summer break was upon him, and he was heading home for a visit, as he often did in the summer. He had told no one, but this time he would not be coming back. "Hey, Jacko!" A voice came from the doorway behind him. Jack recognized it immediately. Darby Yates, his roommate for the past 2 years. A tangle of red wavy hair on top of his head, and with freckles decorating his nose and cheeks. Darby was always quick with a laugh, even more so once he had downed a few mugs of beer. He held the paper bag in one hand. "Darby," Jack said without turning around. "That gun is so radically impressive," Darby said. "You know, I've never actually seen you strap it on. Like a cowboy, you know. And you never will." Jack set it gingerly into the trunk, not dropping it like the other items. He kept the gun loaded even here at school. Pa had said once an unloaded gun is of little use to you. You keep it loaded, and treat it as though it is loaded. Never carelessly. "Hey, Jacko, why so dour?" Jack shrugged. "Got a lot on my mind." Darby stepped in and placed a hand on Jack's shoulder. Darby said, "My friend, I wish I was going with you. I'll be playing croquet and watching polo with the family back on their estate in New York. But you'll be out west riding the range alongside your father, the legendary gunfighter." Jack stood a little taller than Darby, with chestnut brown hair. He wore a white shirt under his gray jacket, but contrary to campus rules, he had yanked off his tie and it was folded and tucked into a jacket pocket. "I so envy you," Darby said. "You'll have to tell us all about it in the fall. We'll have to hoist some mugs of beer and you can tell us all about your adventures in the West. Maybe you'll get to ride in a posse. Maybe get into a gunfight with outlaws." Jack said, "Killing a man is never a thing to be taken lightly, Darby." "Hey, Jacko." Darby gave a light punch to Jack's shoulder. "I'm just funning with you, my man. You need to lighten your mood. I mean, the semester's over. We're free for the summer. And I, for one, need the break. I think you do, too." Jack nodded and forced a half smile. "That I do." Jack closed the trunk and latched it shut. "Well, I'd best be going. My train leaves in an hour. I got you a little going-away present." Darby handed the package to Jack. Jack reached into the paper bag and pulled out a pint of Kentucky bourbon. He couldn't help but smile. Darby said, "I'm a Scotchman myself, but I know you have a taste for it." "I'm sure I'll find some use for it." Jack opened the trunk and tucked the bottle into one corner. He then extended a hand to Darby. Darby grasped the hand, but his smile faded. And Darby said, "Why is it I have the feeling that this is not just so long for the summer? That it's somehow really goodbye?" Jack shrugged. "You never know what the future holds." "Now that's cryptic." Jack pulled a gray tweed flat cap on over his head. "Sorry, don't mean it to be. Take care, old friend." "Yeah, Jack, you too." Jack gripped the trunk by one handle and slung it over his back. Darby was amazed at the strength Jack had, handling the trunk easily. Darby had boxed and rode alongside Jack, but he couldn't match Jack for sheer bull strength. All those muscles built cowboying on that ranch in Montana, he supposed. Darby watched as Jack turned a corner and then disappeared down a stairwell. Jack had been a great drinking buddy, and more than once a passport for Darby into a fraternity party. More importantly, Jack had been a friend. They had lain awake many a night, simply talking of dreams, of future homes, of women. And yet there had always been something somehow mysterious about Jack McCabe. There were times when Jack would just stand silently in the window, looking off toward the western sky. Jack was gone down the stairs and out to hail a carriage to take him to the train.